We gone away, gone away, gone away, gone away. We gone away, gone away. We gone away, gone away. It's funny how people wanna pull you down when they see you trying to make your way up top. And everybody.
Welcome, y'all, to another Paparoo podcast. You know what I mean? I want to thank each and every one of y'all for showing up again. Because we're going to make it make sense. Each and every day, we're going to make it make sense. Most definitely, we're going to make it make sense. What we're doing right now is today, I've been asked a lot of questions. I've been asked a lot of questions about a lot of things that's going on in the media today, and they wanted to get my input on it, get my little input on it and see what I think about it. Today's subject, we're going to talk about integrity, because integrity got a lot to do with the snitching and telling. Now, a lot of people reach out to me asking me what I think about the situation with a lot of these hip hop cats snitching, and they pretty much all their life they've been preaching to be solid. And what's solid in the streets mean that, hey, what you sign up for, you know what I mean? What you sign up for, you stick with, you deal with, you know? Um, the thing is, a lot of people are very, they deal with convenience. When things benefit them at the time, that's when they want to deal with it, when things benefit them at the time. Because a lot of goalposts been moving, and I know y'all been seeing that. Like, it's good for this person, it's not good for that person. It's good for that person, not good for that person. Well, let me tell you my whole outlook at all of this. Number one, with any situation you getting yourself into, with everything you're doing in life, with everything you're doing in life, there's consequences. Whether it be good or bad consequences, right? And you got to be able to deal with whatever consequence there is, when it comes to your decisions you make, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. Good example. If you're riding in a car and all your tires are bald and you're about to make a 1,400-mile trip, okay? You took it upon yourself to jump in that car and say, you know what, I'm a chance it to get down here. And I know my tires are bad. I know I need to change them. I know I'm going on a long trip, but um, but I think I'm gonna make it. Let me go and make it. Now, that's your decision. You want to jump in the car with the bald tires, taking your chances. So, when if one of the tires explode on the way going, one or two of them, you got to take your lick. When I say take your lick, mean that you have to accept what you set off for. You set off to make it with those bald tires. And it just so happened that one of the tires popped off on you before you made the 1,200 miles. So you're going to take your lick. You're going to take your charge. You're going to take your responsibility of you making the decision to make that trip with those four ball tires. Correct? I'm saying that to say this. I'm making that analogy to say this. I'm showing you the difference between telling and snitching. Now, you going out there with the bald tires, you got the flat, so you gonna own up to, hey, it's either I get a tow truck, I get another thing, I leave a car here. You gonna deal with whatever comes with the decision you made about driving with that car with those four ball tires. So whatever happened, you're gonna deal with it. As a man, you should deal with it. All right. Now, I'm giving you that story to come into this, like I said, to come into the snitching and telling, right? Long as you make it clear that, listen, hey man, I'm jumping in here to go get a ride with you niggas, man. And we gonna ride on down. Y'all gonna drop me off. But I'm just letting y'all know, bro, if there's anything around here, man, hey, let me know now before I jump in this car because, I ain't about that type of life, you know. Say they say nothing is in the car. And he said, well, okay, he jump in. Get pulled over. So happened, one of the guys in the car have something on him. And they're trying to take everybody down because of what they found. Do you think it's right for that guy who asked him, hey, I'm gonna take a ride with y'all, but hey, you know, y'all know I ain't about that life y'all on, man. I'm just, if y'all know y'all riding dirty, just let me know, cause I walk. But and they, you know what I mean? And they offered him to ride. Get pulled over, they won't take all of them to jail. You think it's wrong for him to say, listen, officer, I don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about none of that. If he asks, who is it? Whose is it? Officer, I don't know. You know what I mean? I was just catching a ride. Don't you think the guys in the car should stand up for this one guy that they were just giving a ride to and say, hey, oh, he ain't know nothing about that. We just picked him up, giving him a ride. All the stories should match up for him to just have a ride, right? To me, him saying something that's not his and all that, that's not no snitching, that's not no telling. That's him just trying to get out of a situation that he wasn't signed up for. If y'all agree with me, drop the agree in the bottom. You know what I mean? But now, these cats got something going on. They always hot. When I say they always hot, meaning they always got something going on. And you just want to jump in and ride because you want to be with the in crowd, right? Now, you got to carefully choose wisely. You got to choose your circle wisely. Because you could have came up with a bunch of cats from school and all that there, but you just not indulging in the things they're doing. So at the end of the day, you have to choose wisely of the company you keep. And you got to know, you got to make sure that you're able to dissect what's good for you and what could be detrimental to you. You know what I mean? So we in 2026. The days of being up in the streets doing all this extra, but man, that's over with, man. I'm telling you, that's over with. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people thinking they can still stay in the streets and they can still do this and do that. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock nobody for doing. I ain't gonna knock nobody for doing what they want to do or what they gonna do. You know. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is those days are over with. The hustling days is pretty much being over with because the way they having everything controlled nowadays, the way they are handling people nowadays, right now is about keeping your head on your swivel, man. Keeping your head on your swivel and making good decisions. You know what I mean? Make a lot of good decisions, especially a lot of people who like 35, 40, 50 and up, man. Hey, you ain't got a day to give these people, man. You know what I mean? You don't have one day to give these folks. So with the snitching stuff, like I said, I don't believe in it. Reason why I don't believe in the snitching is because, number one, you got to understand what you're getting yourself into. And if you understand what you're getting yourself into, you're going to dissect what's good for you or what's not. So at the end of the day, you'll make sure that, hey, I'm not going to put myself in any situation where I have to be compromised to be a snitch. You know what I mean? So basically what I'm saying is know yourself, know your circle, and know what you stand for. You know what I mean? So you wouldn't get caught up in all this snitch and telling and come on, man. We're in 2026, man. We're in 2026. Everybody wanna be hard and who's this and who and with all going back to all my OGs with the music. Now if you came in the game preaching that you this head buster and you this very blah 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 blah, and you never denounce the streets, like saying that hey, that was then, this is now. If you never done that, and all these youngsters been coming up under your music with the streets and not showing them that you evolved into being, I wouldn't even say businessman or none of that. You evolved to being grown, man. And being grown, you understand what life is about. You understand what life has to offer. You understand that, hey, nobody gonna trick me out of my position out here being free. because it's too much in life. You know what? People, a lot of people y'all need to travel. How about that? A lot of people just need to travel, man. I really believe a lot of people just need to travel because I think when you travel, you pretty much understand what's out there in life. You pretty much understand what you want to go do in life because it's so much out there, y'all, on this earth. Man, it's so much to see. And the more you see, and I'm letting y'all know because I'm an international player, you know what I mean? And the more you see is the more your mind will expand to wanting to live. You know what I mean? To want to live, man. Because people looking at life like, listen, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful when you live it with when you live life with two major concerns. And I'm gonna pass it on. If you live life with these two major concerns, you're unstoppable. What you do in life is you do what's right. There's wrong and right. All right? There's wrong and right. Do what's right. That's all you got to do. Do what's right. Just put it in your head. Is that wrong or right? That's it. Is it wrong or right? It ain't no in between. Is it wrong or right? You know what I mean? You got a lot of people do a lot of things following other people, knowing it's wrong. Knowing it's wrong. Right? Knowing it's wrong, but they still do it because at the end of the day, they don't want to stand for what's right. They want to stand to being accepted. And to be accepted in certain circles, you got to join into them with they wrong. I don't know if you get me. There's a lot of circles you got to join in with they wrong. It's few people that stand up and talk and say, hey, man, man, that ain't 1,000 right there, homie. Man, I know this is that ain't cool. Man, people scared to say that nowadays. People are scared to say, hey, you're wrong, man. Or, hey, you're right, man. They scared to do that nowadays, you know? And integrity is key. Integrity is key, always. You know? Integrity is key always. And having integrity is going to trickle down all the rights that need to be done. Integrity is one of the mothers of doing right. Having integrity. That's the mothership. The mothership is integrity, and you got what's doing right, being a good person, looking at everything that's good fall up under there. You know what I mean? So I'm just letting y'all know that, hey, sometimes you got to speak up. Sometimes you got to speak up when you know somebody in the wrong. You know what I mean? When you know they're in the wrong, you got to speak up. You know what I mean? It's nothing to speak up. Stop trying to jump into these circles that, man, let me tell you from my experience with a lot of hip-hop circles, from my experience, is a lot of people want to shut you out and don't even know why they want to shut you out. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of artists could feel that. It's a lot of artists have issues with you. You don't even know why they have issues with you. But all of that is because their integrity is not intact. If their integrity was intact, is a lot of things that they wouldn't even have time to be trying to entertain. A lot of things they wouldn't entertain because it would be totally wrong. Back to what I said earlier. It's either right or wrong. It's either right or wrong. You know what I mean? And choose what's right. It's going to always pan out at the end. Choose what's right. You know, so in a nutshell with the snitching stuff, I know I went around the world a little bit because I had to say, you know, I had to bring that out there. In a nutshell, you put yourself in a position to be snitched on, you have to check yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have to choose the circle that you're around. If you know you're going out there to do something or get into something that's not legal or whatever, before y'all even take off doing that dumb stuff, y'all should already listen. It could either go this way or it could go this way. And if it go this way, bro, you know what we both went out to do. All right? And if you go that way, hey, so that come back to me telling you choose your circle. Cause guess what? You have, of course, you have to know who you're dealing with. You must know who you're dealing with before you do any type of dealings. That's the key. Else you wouldn't be worrying about half this stuff. You'd be worrying about the snitching, the telling, you know what I mean? And why are you indulging yourself in situations for someone to snitch or tell on you? If you can't go by yourself and handle your own business, why would you involve people to snitch and tell on you, then get mad at these people after they snitch and tell on you, knowing that there's a possibility of them snitching or telling on you? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You left the possibility out there, but get mad. You know this person. Back to up 10, you choose a circle. When you know your circle, if you know they're stiff or whatever, you got to know your circle. But if you're putting yourself, like I'm going to say it one more time, if you're putting yourself in a position where you have to figure out if they solid or not solid, or what are y'all doing? So guess what? Whether he snitch on you or not, and you put yourself in that position, take your lick. Take your lick. So, like I said, the core of it is know your circle. Choose your battles. And don't cry when you chose to do something and it didn't work out, and someone who you involved with you told on you. Don't be mad. Because at the end of the day, you know it was going to be a possibility. That's all I'm saying. The only way it's not a possibility is what? You by your damn self with whatever you got going on. You got you. If y'all with me on that, y'all drop a like in the bottom of that one. You got you. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I have a song called My Dog, which is one of the most perfect songs for this snitching stuff. And a song called Solid on the Foreign album. Y'all check that out. Man, because this is getting crazy. I'm looking at all the OGs I come up with that came up in my era that we've been doing music and all that. And now it made me feel super duper proud to not be a part of none of that. They left me out a whole lot. And now I'm saying thanks for leaving me out, because I didn't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of no circles that's into look at me, look at me, look at me. You know what I mean? I'm none of that. I'm Papa Roo. Been Papa Roo. Been Solo Dolo. You know what I mean? And been spreading the love with every camp that I touched. You know, every camp, which I touched every camp. But like I said, I'm looking at how time warped by and how my profile is unmatched. And I'm saying it's unmatched because I was able to not get caught up in camp stuff. You know what I'm saying? They get caught up in a lot of camp stuff. You know what I mean? I was able not to get caught up in a lot of camp stuff. And with that being said, you know, I always thought that, damn, man, why they acting like, man, why did it, what, because I'm not signed to them, they tripping like, man, because I didn't do, man, because I'm by myself, because I've been doing it, because I've been holding it down, man, because I've been making this music they can't make. I've been questioning myself for decades, not knowing it all was to be preserving me for now. And that's what life is about. When God got his blueprint, I want y'all to listen to this carefully. When God got his blueprint, no one, listen to me, no one at all should put their fingerprints on it. When God got his blueprint, do not put your fingerprints on it. All right? And that right there is one of the meanest lessons for life. You trust in him, it's nothing to worry about. Just live and do what's right. Like I said, it's right and wrong. It ain't no in between. So just do what's right. And when you do what's right, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, whatever's gonna lock in for you in the universe gonna lock in for you, and nobody could, and no one, and I'm a living witness of it. No one, no one could take it away from you. All right. So with this, with all these snitching and all this stuff they have going on, with all the snitching and stuff they got going on, um, like I said, I gave you all my take on it because a lot of people, like I said, they've been DMing me, so I had to make this show about the snitching and the telling and integrity again to let the people know. So I had to get on here and let y'all know about integrity and about understanding that you deal with whatever you put yourself deal with whatever you put yourself into. Take your lick, like we said, like we say in New Orleans. Take your lick, say in Houston. Take your lick. You know what I mean? Take your lick, man up, take your chest up. You know what I mean? Whether good, bad, or indifferent. All right? So, with that being said, the lesson of today is all about integrity. Hold on to your integrity because that's going to trickle down everything from right and wrong. Integrity going to always make you choose the right path, and it's going to always steer you the correct way. All right? So don't forget, hold on to your integrity and don't put yourself in no position where someone could be snitching, telling, or having you in a very bad situation. Choose your circle wisely. Okay? Choose it wisely. Coming directly from Papa Roo. Yeah. And of course, before I get out of here, I want y'all to remember to follow the Papa Roo podcast on YouTube. PAPAREU podcast on YouTube. Of course, I got the merch. I'm wearing one of the foreign t-shirts today. It's one of the foreign right there. I want y'all to check that out. Y'all could order this directly from me online. You got the white, we got the black, the white, we got the red, we got different colors. You could DM me and get it directly from me, straight from me, So, like I said, it's all about integrity. When it comes to all this snitching and stuff like that, make sure you choose your circle correctly. Don't put yourself in a position where you got to question, did he tell on me? Or did she tell on me? Don't. So the key to this whole thing is watch your circle and do not put yourself in a position where someone can snitch on you. Okay? And that's from Papa Roo. All right? So I want to thank y'all for joining me again at the Papa Roo podcast. Next week, I'm going to have a special guest coming. Y'all tune in. And I appreciate the love. We're finna run these numbers up. And we're going to get it going because guess what? This, man, it's going to be one of the biggest things, man. We gonna make this do what it do. You understand? We're going to make it do what it do. And don't forget the Friday, no show every Friday. We didn't do it last couple of Fridays because I was getting the new interface so I could play the music the correct way for y'all. You know what I mean? So we got it now. So this Friday, the no Friday, make sure y'all send y'all music to booking Roo, BOOKING Roo @gmail.com. Make sure you put your name, make sure you put the name of the song, and we're going to be doing some music reviews because I got a couple of records over here for special artists too I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I'm just got to hear the sound. Also, we placing some music in some soundtracks, so maybe your song could get chosen for the soundtrack. Also, I'll be doing a feature. I'll be doing a special feature for I'm not gonna let you know whose song or what song. Y'all keep sending the songs in. Long as it's, hey, I'll be doing them features on there, and we're gonna run them numbers up right here. We're gonna keep my sound exclusive for the people at the Papa Roo podcast. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We burn away, burn away, burn away, burn away. We burn away, burn away. We burn away, burn away. It's funny how people wanna pull you down when they see